our opening tip, won by the Thunder, as we get started in OKC. Paul. Trying to cash in. Deep two there, won't go.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's uncomfortable with. Stay up on him, make him catch the ball outside of his comfort zone.
Screen coming. Josh Jackson picked up by Adams. To Valanciunas. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Jonas Valanciunas at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Paul with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander to Adams. Steven Adams with the slam. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Josh Jackson to Allen. Josh Jackson to Allen. 5 on the shot clock for Memphis. He connects with the step back.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Paul across the timeline. They're down 3. Adams. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Mike Muscala trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. The free throw's good. It's a three-point play, and we're even at 5. Grizzlies own the basketball to Allen. Big finish at the rim.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down 2.
I got ball.
Oh, he had it.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Too slow. Give me the block.
To Allen. 5 seconds to shoot. Lets it fly from long range. Josh Jackson looking to take that next step in his young career.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Big man, Steven Adams. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Jackson. Grayson Allen to Valanciunas. Steven Adams rejects it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
The Thunder have the possession. Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Adams to Paul.
Switch that.
Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
To Jaren Jackson. Grayson Allen. That's no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Paul. 4-3. And Chris Paul, quick catch and shoot there. 4-3.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Tyus Jones against Schroeder. Has a chance. Oh, straight down the middle. 4-2.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. It's 12-10. Carmelo Anthony traded, but Sam Presti turns that into Dennis Schroeder.
And I love this acquisition by the Thunder. When you think about Schroeder, he is almost the opposite of what Russell Westbrook is. He is not a ball-dominant guard. He will have the ball in his hands, but he's more apt to make plays quickly with the ball than Russell, who likes to hold on to the ball towards the end of the shot clock.
Grayson Allen to Jaren Jackson. With a drop step. The jumper's off the mark. Down for Robertson. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Andre Robertson, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 46%. First one goes down. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Jones picked up by Schroeder. To Allen. Down low Plumlee. And the Thunder with the rebound. Schroeder with the basketball. They trail by 1. Has a look. Not done yet. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Oh, ferocious slam inside. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The Grizzlies out in front. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First try at the line, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Oklahoma City ball. Schroeder. To Adams. Big man, Steven Adams. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Crowder picked up by Adams. Nothing going here on that drive. To Kyle Anderson. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Schroeder to Adams. Schroeder. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
It's Grizzlies ball. Tyus Jones against Adams. To Kyle Anderson. Sizing up the defense. Let's see what's there. Down low Plumlee. Shot from the lane won't go. Nerlens Noel snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Dennis Schroeder at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. First one, count it. And he makes them both. To Kyle Anderson. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
To Adams. Ferguson. Short jumper off the mark. Here comes the screen. To Kyle Anderson. Dylan Brooks to Kyle Anderson. Fires the three. Can't blame the defense. Anderson finds a way to hit the three.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
Curling inside. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Can't connect from inside. Here's Schroeder with it. Down by 1. Adams. To Schroeder.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Down low, Noel. Good look that time, but off the mark. Anderson. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Changes coming from both sides right now. Schroeder. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. From the painted area, won't go down.
I got him. Here we go.
To Schroeder. From long range. Not Dennis Schroeder. Tough make there. Can't fault the defender on that one.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Grayson Allen to Dylan Brooks. Has a chance. Shot by Valanciunas off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Got it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Jackson. Oof. And this does not look good. Memphis is going to make some changes. Hope he makes a speedy recovery after the game.
Team foul number 2. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Our opening tip won by the Thunder as we get started in OKC. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Jackson. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Josh Jackson has got 2 shots coming. His career mark right now sits at 63%. And hits the first free throw.
I get him right back to you.
connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Oklahoma City's got it.
I got ball.
Paul. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Probing the defense. OKC now with 4 to shoot. Paul. And Jackson able to grab the rebound. To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson to Allen. You've got to get that one to go. Paul into the front court. Leads just a point. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Chance for Paul. Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Jackson. Here comes the screen. Deep 2 there. Won't go. OKC ball. Gilgeous-Alexander to Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Jackson. Nice finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Jackson. To Valanciunas. Scores from the post. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Five on the shot clock. Paul. Off the mark. No good. Grayson Allen to Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson to Allen. Valanciunas. The shot almost.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Grayson Allen to Jackson. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
And I'm telling you from personal experience, those are the ones that keep you up late at night. A point-blank miss right there. You got to make those.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
Josh Jackson to Jaren Jackson. Pass to the rim. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander to Paul. Fine to shoot. Paul And that's rebounded by the Grizzlies. To Valanciunas. Over to the right side. Trying to cash in, and he drains it.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Thunder with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Valanciunas with the rebound. Late heave to beat the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Grizzlies have the lead. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
And scores. Strong take.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Paul into the front court. Down three. Ferguson to Paul. Down to 5 on the 24. It's Paul for 2. Can't connect. Jones with it. Up by 3. To Allen.
Screen on your right. On your right.
Another chance and a putback slam.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Paul here against Jones. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Here's CP3. Not that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Jackson. Down low Plumlee. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Here we go. Here we go. Ball, 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 ball.
Paul. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Ferguson to Paul. Pulls up for 2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Kyle Anderson. Curling inside. Dylan Brooks. To Kyle Anderson. Here comes the screen. Anderson, deep right corner, going to launch, beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. Ferguson, down low, Noel. To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Ooh, Chris Paul. Now 3 for 9.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Kyle Anderson picked up by Adams. Nothing going here on that drive. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Paul with it up top. They're down 3. Gets a look. Can't hit. Here comes the screen. To Kyle Anderson.
Hey, left.
Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Can't connect. Not the best shot with the defender right there. Paul across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Ferguson to Paul. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
To Dylan Brooks. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Dylan Brooks, couple of free throws on the way. A career 74% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Thunder with the basketball. Schroeder. And strokes it. To Dylan Brooks. Screen coming. Dylan Brooks picked up by Noel. Nothing going here on that drive. Dylan Brooks. To Kyle Anderson. Shot clock winding down. Has a chance. Not that time. And the reward, he's going to the line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. To Kyle Anderson. Crowder picked up by Adams.
1 minute left in the second quarter.
To Dylan Brooks. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Here's a chance from long range. Can't get the bounce. Now Paul with the basketball. It's a one-point game as we approach halftime. Gilgeous-Alexander to Paul. Knocks it down from mid-range. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
The Thunder have the possession. Chance for Chris Paul. And it's rebounded by Brooks. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Thunder are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. They certainly staked the flag in the paint. They were dominant around the rim on the offensive end. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Grizzlies aren't down by too much at the half. Offensively, when they're in the paint, they've had success. They need to keep that up if they want to take the lead in this contest. These are the guys getting buckets. for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Field goals.
It doesn't seem fair to nitpick either team's first half performance, particularly when you consider how well each team shot the ball. In a variety of ways, these guys are battling back and forth offensively. It's made for an interesting game.
Player of the half.
Chris Paul did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was gold?
Allen hasn't had much luck getting into an offensive rhythm. He's been able to get shots up, but more often than not, they just haven't been dropping for him. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Paul into the front court. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Had a chance, but it's no good.
When I hear these excuses after games, when coaches are at podium saying, it's hard for us to find our energy back, we couldn't find our aggression back, I wonder whose fault that is, Coach.
Ouch. Doesn't look good here. J.B. Bickerstaff's going to make some changes. Injuries can be tough. Let's hope he's all right. He connects on the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Oklahoma City ball. Gilgeous-Alexander. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Valanciunas. Has a look. Jonas Valanciunas. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Adams to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul to Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. Chance for Paul. Add 2 points to the board.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Memphis with the run. To Jackson. It was right there. Screen coming. It's Paul for 2. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
It goes down.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Paul into the front court. Leads one. Screen coming. Gilgeous-Alexander to Adams. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Memphis, they've got it. To Allen. To Jackson. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Grayson Allen to Jackson. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Paul with it up top. Leads 3. Nothing going here on that drive. Over to the right side. Here comes the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Josh Jackson against Chris Paul. Curling inside. To the basket goes Jackson, but his shot won't fall. Paul across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low, Noel. Throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Whistle and a timeout for Memphis. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. New blood coming in for both sides. Jones picked up by Paul. To Dillon Brooks. Not that time. Paul to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander forcing one there. Well defended. It's good. And one.
And if you have the ball in your hands on offense and you're that open and you see the defense sprinting at you, directly at you, not taking an angle to try to block your shot to not hit you, brace yourself for contact, focus on making the basket, and one every time.
Steven Adams at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. 56% for his career. Missed it at the line. Jones with it. The margin standing now at 7. Crowder defended by Steven Adams. To Dillon Brooks. Here comes the screen. Dillon Brooks. Mike Muscala able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Adams. Steven Adams with the slam.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Grizzlies own the basketball. To Jaren Jackson. Surveys the floor. Dillon Brooks matched up with Steven Adams. Shot from the lane won't go. To Paul. Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Jaren Jackson. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Off the mark. Driving right to the basket. Jonas Valanciunas pins it. Had a good look there, but it's no good. 20-footer at the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Thunder in command of this one. The Thunder have it to start the 4th quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Jones with it. The deficit now up to 13. To Jaren Jackson. Dillon Brooks gets it in the right corner. To Dillon Brooks. Off the mark. Surprised he took that one.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Paul picked up by Jones. Nothing going here on that drive. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Can't convert the free throw. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Josh Jackson here against Ferguson. Ferguson slams it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Oops, he missed the first one. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Terrence Ferguson at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. To Valanciunas. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Now Paul with the basketball. His guys up by 15. Ferguson to Paul. For 3. Plumlee's there for the rebound. To Jackson.
Got to get through the screen. Get through it. Get through it.
Knocks it down off the step back.
What a move. If you're on defense, you can't be caught flat-footed there.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense.
Cut it. Coming through. Shot.
He was hacked. They let it go. To Allen. Here comes the screen. Grayson Allen to Jackson. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Wide open look, won't go. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Allen. Down low, Plumlee. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket. The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Paul. Fires the 3. No good. To Allen. Short jumper stays out.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Mike Muscala has got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's Grizzlies ball. To Allen. Probing the defense. Grayson Allen to Jackson. Deep left corner. Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. And that's rebounded by the Thunder. Paul into the front court. His team on top by 13. Here comes the screen. Paul. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. They're set to jump it up to see who gets possession. From the painted area, won't go down. To Allen. To Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. He's 3 for 7.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Adams. Won't go down. To Allen. Oh, big finish at the rim.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Here comes the screen. Good victory here for the Thunder as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder got themselves a win here today. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Grizzlies didn't get the victory they wanted here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Chris Paul could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm